Hello members, welcome. I'm Mugwanya Simon. And you're going to be together for biology, advanced level biology, and that's what we shall be going through. For now, let us begin with this biology. As I introduced already, biology is the study of life. So meaning, we are going to deal with life, deal with life forms, deal with what is required in life, deal with a lot of living things all together. And life is owned by living things. It is only living things that have life. So we inclusive as people, stretching from the bacteria, everything that we can say has life is going to be studied. And by the end of all our advanced level biology, all living things, all biology concerning living things shall be touched. So for now, let's see what are the characteristics of living things. When do we say that something is a living thing? When do we say that? Characteristics of living things. What are the characteristics of living things? That living things, one, they feed. Living things feed. We shall see. What do they feed on? Two, they respire. In our subsequent lessons, we shall see how do living things respire. Three, living things, they excrete. We shall guide and see how do living things excrete. What do they excrete? Four, they move. All these shall be expanded. How do living things move? And five, they reproduce. You can get a biological death if you do not reproduce as a living thing. It means all your genes and characteristics have gone with you. 6, they respond to stimuli. So we shall go ahead and see how do living things respond to stimuli. What are the stimuli in our environment? And 7, living things, they have said they feed, they respire, they excrete, they move, they reproduce, they respond to stimuli. We can say now living things, they grow. Living things grow. That as time passes, they add on some mass. Or even we can say living things grow and develop. We shall all expand this. And when we expand these lessons here, under each category of the characteristics of living thing, we are going to see that these are physiological processes and these are anatomical processes. So they drive us. These will be subtopics under biology as earlier introduced, amongst other topics, because biology is more of that. So to understand biology better, you need to understand what living things do. They do this. Now for now, we shall expand it to something. We begin with life. We begin with life and say, for the first session, we shall look at chemicals of life. Let's begin life from that angle. Chemicals of life. What are living things made up of? Because we are chemicals indeed. At whatever level we are, but we are chemicals. Our life is made up of various chemicals. So under chemicals of life, we shall study one, the first chemical that supports us most. We shall go for water. Water is almost everywhere. We shall expand and see where water fits. Two, we have carbohydrates. As chemicals of life, there are various carbohydrates as we shall discuss. Three, we have lipids. Lipids, we shall see what are those. Four, we have proteins. We shall expand and see what are proteins, what do they do within us. Five, we have vitamins. Vitamins are in our bodies and all the time we need them. Six, we have enzymes. Very useful substances. Seven, we have nucleic acids. Shall expand each of them. Seven, and number 8, we have mineral nutrients. So collectively, our life is made up of all these. The first 6 categories will belong in a category we shall call organic nutrients. Will belong there. They are all organic here. And what is organic is containing carbon, containing hydrogen, sometimes oxygen and nitrogen plus phosphorus. So these are organic. This last category here is inorganic. Inorganic nutrients. So we're going to expand each at a go. see what water, is it where we live or is it in us? All that will be expanded. So chemicals of life, the word is meaningful by itself by saying chemicals of life. Some can even say chemicals for life, because chemicals that make up life. So we can now say chemicals of life, these are the substances now that make and maintain living things. They make and maintain living things. So we are chemicals. The biggest part of us is just made up of chemicals. So we shall expand. In our next session, let's see how water fits into being a chemical of life.